Robbie Williams Rewind.
Welcome to Robbie Williams Rewind. We are the champions. I'm Matt.
And I'm Lucy.
And along with help from special guest fans, we take you on an in-depth rewind through the solo career of multi-award-winning singer, songwriter and entertainer Robbie Williams.
Today's episode is brought to you on a very special date, 13th of February 2024, meaning it's Rob's 50th birthday today. Happy birthday, Rob.
Happy birthday, Rob.
So we decided there'd be no better way to honour him than by celebrating his music with our fans 50 for 50. So we're going to be running through our listeners' top 50 Robbie songs, and you'll be hearing from most of our previous guests, as well as a few new ones.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting time, isn't it? So let's kick off with the best and most exciting previous guest on the podcast, and that can only be Rob himself. We're delighted that he found time to record a couple of clips for this episode for us, and we can't thank him enough for supporting the show. So stay tuned to hear some more from Rob later in the episode.
So I believe that you're doing a special for my 50th. Yeah, what a weird and wonderful thing to be experiencing. 50 years on the planet. And one half of me is incredibly glad and honoured to have gotten here. And the other half of me is going, well, what next? And that half is very exciting because there is more to do in the third act of my life than there was in the second act of my life, at least. So, as you may know, I'm not really into birthdays, mine or anybody else's. People always come to the gigs with signs saying, it's my birthday, it's my birthday. I don't give a fuck. Don't care what it is. I'm not bothered about mine, let alone yours. Anyway, I think you probably know that. But thank you for honouring my 50 years around the sun, or whatever it is. Did we go around the sun? Yeah. Anyway, thanks.
Oh, love that.
We do go around the sun.
I'm not sure who he asked.
He actually recorded that while he was at Port Vale. So
yeah, he's in the changing room with all the different shirts behind him and the homecoming poster.
Yeah. And what we'll do on this episode is this is going to go out audio, but we'll compile the clips together, particularly the video ones, and we'll put them on the website or on YouTube or something so that you can see them. So,
but can we just reiterate how exciting it is that Robbie actually recorded something for us?
He did. He was very happy to do that, and it was very nice of him to do that for us. And we've got one coming up later on in the show as well, so make sure you listen to the end. Don't fast forward through to find out what number one is. So on to the 50 at 50. In December, we launched our poll to find the fans' favourite Robbie songs and shared it across all of our social media channels and website, plus in a lot of Robbie fan groups on Facebook. You could vote for your favourite 20 out of, wait for it, 359 songs, Lucy.
And that wasn't even all of them that we've covered on the podcast.
And we know how difficult everyone found it to pick just 20 songs, yes. And we received a lot of messages about that. So, sorry.
Yeah, I know it was hard.
Impossible task.
So in the end, we had 1,980 participants who cast 35,175 votes. 42% of the votes came from the UK, 13% from Australia, 7% from Germany, 5.5% from Italy, 3.4% from the Netherlands, 2.67% from the USA, 2.33% from Mexico, and 2.22% from France. The remainder came from a further 53 countries, including places as far away as the Philippines, El Salvador, and Guatemala.
Yeah, so a truly global audience.
Yeah.
We'll start by saying a big thank you to anyone who took the time to choose their favourite songs. We wouldn't have an episode without your help. We know some chose by checking out which songs were their most listened to. Someone told us they even made a playlist of 27 songs in the hope that they could decide which 7 songs they were going to have to leave out. They were still deciding on the final day, and I hope they placed their votes in time.
We'd also like to say a massive thank you to all our previous guests who took the time to send in birthday messages for Rob, as well as the new ones. Some of you thought you'd seen The Last of Us, so we're sorry about that.
They were very happy to do it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Little reminder every now and again. The only tracks that we've covered on the podcast which weren't included were those from the Take That Progress era, demos and remixes, or the 25 re-recordings, meaning each song was only represented once. For example, Soul Transmission was listed once amongst the other Christmas present tracks, and we didn't include the original demo.
Since the poll closed, I've been analysing the results, and we're going to share the top 50 with you today, as well as some other stats along the way.
Yeah, Lucy, you're really proving your stato status here. Definitely. You thought Lucy was a stato before. She definitely is now.
Hopefully we'll try not to be too boring with it, though.
Oh, no. Before we launch into the chart, let's hear from our first very special guest, Elle, who's Robbie's backing vocalist.
Happy Earth Day to you. Happy Earth Day to you. Happy Earth Day, dear Robbie. Although you don't like birthdays, but happy Earth Day to you.
Oh, wow. I absolutely love that. What an incredible singer for a start.
Exactly.
And a lovely message.
Yeah, and she can sing it much better than we could, so
yeah.
I'm glad that we didn't have to sing the happy birthday song.
I love the way she stopped them. But you don't like birthdays?
Although, of course, she was singing Happy Earth Day rather than Happy Birthday because she knows Rob doesn't like birthdays.
Yeah. Thanks for that, Elle. So, feeling a bit like Bruno Brooks, let's start the countdown. A 50 for 50 chart. At number 50, it's a cover from Swing When You're Winning that was made most popular by Bobby Darin in 1959. It's Mac the Knife.
Yeah, the light arms on the right way. Now they're back in time.
He clearly did it well enough for 9% of you to choose it. So there we go. There's our first entry in at number 50, Mac the Knife. And let's move on to a birthday message from Elaine,
who was on our Swing When You're Winning B-Sides episode.
Hey Rob, happy birthday. I can't believe you're nearly 50. Although saying that, you have been in my life a very long time, so it is plausible. And it's something that I like to remind my husband of on occasion. That you've been in my life longer than he has, in fact. Does nose go down well? Anyway, I just want to say I hope you have an amazing birthday, doing what you love most with the people you love most. I'm sending you lots of love and well wishes for your 50th year and beyond. One of my favourite lyrics of yours is "Youth is wasted on the young." It's so true. You don't appreciate it when you're young. However, I think it's onwards and upwards for you. The creativity is flowing, so I just wish you more of that. And just wanted to say, La Braha Sunagwit, happy birthday from Dublin. I drink to you and I'll always wish you well. Lots of love.
Oh, a lovely message from Elaine.
Yeah.
So moving on to number 49, it's what we all know Rob to be. It's Handsome Man.
I don't exist. It's nice to meet you. Now let me go and wash my hands. 'Cause you just met the world's most handsome man.
An album track from Escapology, written with Guy and music journalist Adrian Devoy. Although we all know it to be true, Rob says the song is actually very much ironic, with the line, "If you don't see me, I don't exist. It's not very complicated. I'm just young and overrated. Thrown in to be sure." So then we've got Christina now, who was on our Sing When You're Winning B-Sides episode, as well as our Lufthouse episode.
Hey handsome, I know you're not a fan of birthday celebrations, but I can send you a message this way. Happy birthday, Rob. I hope you have a lovely day. And if you're going all in with a huge party, I hope you have what you need to cope and enjoy at least a bit of it. I'm wishing you all the best, always, and I hope to see you soon. Take care, big hugs, and lots of respect and love.
Thanks, Christina. So now a song from the heavy entertainment show that we all enjoyed belting out loud on tour. It's Motherfucker at number 48.
Because your uncle sells drugs, your cousin is a cousin, your grandma is a fluffer, your granddad's in the country, your mother is an nutter, your mother is an nutter. We are mad motherfuckers, you're a bad motherfucker, and I like to sing a song.
Written with Rob's Lufthouse bandmates Tim and Flynn. We loved chatting to them a few months ago, and they were the first people to record a birthday message to Rob. So here they are.
Mr. Robbie Williams, happy birthday. You don't look a day over 40. And I know we've only shared the stage a few times, but I look forward to sharing many, many more to come. Lots of love. Mr. Slice.
Hey, Rob. Happy birthday. Thank you for giving me my first musical job. Love you forever, Flynn.
It's Mr. Slice. So Tim said that was Rob's nickname for him. And how nice it was to get the chance to interview them and talk about all their amazing songs, including Motherfucker, which is one of my favourites.
Yeah.
Next, we've got Love Somebody at number 47.
It ain't broke, then break it, all the damage done. Try and love somebody, just want to love somebody right now. There's just no bleed.
This is the song that Guy and Rob wrote for Escapology, which caused an argument due to the choir being recorded before Rob was happy with the finished lyrics. And we all saw that played out on the Netflix documentary recently. Yes. And I wonder whether that put the song fresh into people's minds again when they were voting, because, you know, they'd only just seen it on the telly and when they're
I think it's
around
very
the same
possible.
time. Yeah.
Very possible, yeah.
And now we've got a message from Katie, who was on our Escapology and our Life Through a Lens B-sides episodes.
Hi Rob, I just wanted to say happy level 50. Congratulations. Have a lovely day. Eat loads of cake. It's the law. And I hope you get spoilt rotten. Have a great day.
Yeah, thanks, Katie. So now a beautiful song from I've Been Expecting You, which Rob sung at the Under the Radar gig in 2019. It's Heaven From Here at 46.
Deaf ears, now it's clear. We have seen heaven from here.
And now let's hear a very special message from Ed Godrich, Rob's art creative partner.
Robert Williams, 50. Wow. So good. I'm 50 this year too. I feel way better about it knowing that you're also 50 this year. Happy birthday. So happy that we are able to work together at Williams Godrich. I've never met anyone else that has more creativity pouring out of them than myself, ever. And we get to do that together as a team. And that's amazing. And it's been going on quite a long time now, and long may it continue. Do you like my new hair, by the way? It's sort of Leo Barron meets Kath and Kim. I might keep it. It's curly because I'm on holiday, and it's very humid. I love you dearly, you absolute stargazing legend, and I wish you the happiest 50th birthday and 50th year ever.
Oh, what a lovely message. And you'll need to see the video to understand the hair comment.
But so nice that we've, had a little inclusion from Ed on the podcast.
Yeah.
And because he does the Lufthouse covers with Rob, designs all of those, draws them.
Yeah.
So he's kind of a part of the music as well in that respect.
Definitely part of the whole creative process. Yeah.
So thanks, Ed. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ed. And what do you think about Heaven From Here? Do you remember that at the Under the Radar
Oh, yeah,
gig?
it was lovely, wasn't it, at the Under the Radar gig?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a really special moment.
Deserves its place in there, doesn't it?
Yeah. So personally, the next song, I was surprised it made the top 50, and I think Rob would be too, not only because it's a cover, but because it wasn't included on any of his albums except In and Out of Consciousness. And it's one Rob thinks everyone forgets about. But clearly not. A lot of you have voted for it. So at number 45, with 10% of you choosing it, it's his very first single, his cover of George Michael's Freedom, which hit number 2 in 1996. He did sing it fairly recently on the Heavy Entertainment Show tour to honour George, so that was a nice moment, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
So that probably put it a bit more into people's minds more recently.
Yeah. Yeah, I do have memories of that. That was quite a special moment.
But then I think
energy,
don't you think it's a bit weird that it was included in people's votes out of all the songs that they could vote for?
Well,
why vote for this cover?
Yeah.
You know? Personally, that's my opinion.
Maybe it was as much about the song itself.
Yeah.
Being just an iconic song.
He does do it well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, there's so many songs that he's written that could have been included instead.
Very true.
I'm biased.
Another 300 odd. Yeah, exactly.
Now we've got a message from Kelly from Essex, and I put her in here because she actually loves George Michael as well. So I thought it was fitting that she slotted in next to Freedom.
Hi Robbie, it's Kelly from Essex. Welcome to the Over 50s Club. I'm sure you're going to love it. My favourite Robbie song that you've done is Come Undone. It helped me through a really difficult time when people didn't talk about mental health problems. And so I'll always be grateful that you made that record because it really helped me. Have a great birthday. Bye.
Oh, what a lovely message there.
Yeah, I always love Kelly. I can't wait to go and see Take That and Ollie Murs with her in 3 months.
Now, our favourite Stoke brothers have their first placing on the Fans 50 at number 44 with You Know Me from Reality Killed the Video Star.
Hysterical historicals of love is just chemicals. Give us something to stop me. Only you know me.
Written with Calvin and Danny, it hit number 6 in the UK and is now everyone's favourite Easter Bunny song.
Every year, the Easter Bunny photos of Rob come out.
Yes, they do.
From the video.
It's a classic. Let's hear a message, actually, from one of the brothers, Danny. Yep. Let's hear what he's got to say.
Love Danny. Let's hear him.
Shout out to Danny.
Hi, Rob. It's Danny here, or the artist formerly known as Dizzy D. I hope you're having a great day and congratulations on embarking on your 51st trip around the sun. The guys here at Rewind Robbie have asked me to pick my favourite tune of yours, and I had a real hard time picking one because I've got so many favourites. The track I've chosen is taken from the Reality Kill the Video Star album because I've got so many cool memories of writing this up at Trout Lake with Calvin, Rich and Scott and yourself, with the makeshift vocal booth made out of mattresses, making music during the day and going out at night and watching UFOs fly over our heads, and then getting to finish the album off with the great Trevor Horn down at Psalm Studios. So the track I've chosen is Decepticon. Love you, man. Happy birthday.
Oh.
You chose Decepticon, didn't you, from Reality Kill the Video Star?
Oh, yeah.
As your favourite song from that album.
Love that track.
And we loved Danny as well. Thanks, Danny.
Yeah. Brilliant fun, Danny is. Brilliant fun.
So at number 43, we've got technically another cover, although it's only ever been released by Rob. It's Mixed Signals from the Heavy Entertainment Show album, which was written by the Killers before they kindly gave it to Rob to sing. He's only ever sung it live a handful of times, and we wished he'd included it on the Heavy Entertainment Show tour.
What does it look like? What does it talk like? Thought you wanted to make this work the joke. Send to me mixed signals.
Yeah, I really love Mixed Signals. It's another one of my faves.
Yeah.
Great song. And I think when I found out that it was written by the Killers, that's why I realised that I probably liked it so much, actually.
Yeah. Now we've got a message from one of the ladies who helped us talk about the Heavy Entertainment show, and that's Bobby.
Hi Rob. 50. Who'd have thunk it? Did you know, in dog years, you'd be dead? Seriously, hope you have a great day celebrating, or not, with your family and friends. And once again, thank you. You know what for. Welcome to the 50 Club, Rob. Cheers.
Oh, she had a nice little cupcake with a candle at the end as well.
Yeah.
We'll make sure that goes onto the video reel. What a lovely message from Bobby.
I loved it.
Particularly the bit about the dog years.
Yeah, I cracked up when I got that from her. Oh, thanks, Bobby. So also on our Heavy Entertainment show episodes was Karen from Wales. Now, unfortunately, she's just broken her foot. So we send her lots of get well wishes.
Yes, get well soon, Karen.
Yeah, she had to have an operation and everything. So she hasn't sent us a message, but she just asked us to say on her behalf, "Hi Rob, if you're listening, just like to wish you a massive happy 50th birthday. Can't believe you are 50. You look amazing. Have a fabulous day."
Oh, what a lovely message from Karen.
Hope you get better soon, Karen. I know you'll be listening while you're convalescing.
Yeah, so now we come to our fourth cover, but one which Rob has recently made his own as he's sung it live so many times. However, he's still never recorded a studio version of this song, and it's only available as a B-side to Let Love Be Your Energy, Better Man, or Something Stupid. And the song is My Way Live at number 42.
I took the blow and did it my way.
So are you surprised that, is that the first swing one that's come in?
No, we've had a swing one already. We had Mac the Knife.
Oh, we had Mac the Knife, of course.
And now we've got My Way. But
yeah.
It's kind of weird that My Way is so ingrained in Rob's kind of back catalogue because he has never recorded a studio version of it.
No.
But he sung it live so many times.
Yeah.
It's just part of his
a very
repertoire.
Iconic song.
One that my brother wants at his funeral.
And he sings it very well. I mean, I've heard a lot of singers sing My Way, and obviously it gets played a lot at the end of parties and stuff. But Rob, as with all his swing stuff, sings it incredibly well.
Yeah.
And I think that makes a difference, doesn't it? It's not just a song thrown in there because everyone likes it. He loves it and sings it so well. So, yeah. So now we're going to hear from Jocelyn in America.
Mr. W, congratulations on being a half-century old. It sounds quite impressive, doesn't it? I'm sending you lots of love from America. You do have fans here, though some of us are a bit older than you. Thank you for being all that you are and for touching my heart. Big hugs from Jocelyn.
Aw, the lovely Jocelyn now, who was on our Swings Both Ways Part 2 episode.
Yeah. And I just love hearing everyone that we've had on the podcast coming in and giving their little bit. It's like a trip down memory lane.
Yeah, it's like a rewind for us, isn't it? It's really nice to have everyone helping us make this episode, actually. I think it's very fitting that our guests are part of this.
Yeah, because it's voted for by the fans, and the fans are a big part of this podcast. So it's important to include them. So moving on to the song that we think many of you may have hoped would chart higher, as Rob called it, the song that encapsulates the spirit of us, i.e. his old upfronters, the mad mentalists at the front, who know the words to all his songs. It's Into the Silence at number 41. Written with Tim and Flynn for Take the Crown. I'm quite disappointed that this is only number 41.
Oh,
what do you think, Matt?
Well, I was going to interrupt you a moment ago and just say, what a tune.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness me. I mean, I'm so glad it's in there, but
should have been higher.
Just just the memories of Under the Radar.
And the dress rehearsal as well.
And the dress rehearsal. It sort of sends shivers down my spine, that song. There's something, I don't know. That long lingering vocal, it's just, very, very, very special. Yes. Well, it made it anyway. It's in the top 50.
It's in the top 50,
but it
so that's
could have been higher up.
Should have been higher up, I think.
That's definitely.
And talking of Tim and Flynn, who he wrote it with, let's hear from Chris, who was on our Netflix episode. And you'll realise why. There's a link there when we hear him talk.
Hi Rob, happy 50th birthday. I hope you have a great time celebrating. Thank you for all the music and the gigs over the years, and I'm really looking forward to the year ahead with the release of new music, Hyde Park, and of course, Better Man. The clue to my favourite song? They said it was leaving you. The magic was leaving you. I don't think so. It is, of course, Be a Boy. Happy 50th, Rob. Really looking forward to seeing you soon.
What a great message from Chris.
So, of course, Tim and Flynn also wrote Be a Boy, and unfortunately that hasn't made it into the top 50, but it was number 62. So quite a respectable position anyway.
Yeah, not far out.
Thought Chris would want to know that number, so there you go, Chris.
There you go. Moving on. Now the first song that Rob wrote all the music and lyrics for by himself. It's none other than Nan's Song at number 40.
And now she lives in heaven, but I know they let her.
And what a beautiful song it is.
It is.
A timeless song. Yeah, just
beautiful.
Means so much to Rob as well. So yeah, that got in at number 40.
Yeah, I'm really pleased that that's in there, actually. I think that's deserving.
Yeah, it's a special one.
Yeah.
Very special.
Now the only original song on Swing When You're Winning, I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen, appears at number 39.
But I'll be back home in June to promote the sequel. Hollywood will listen.
Written with Guy, hopefully it won't be long until Hollywood really listens when Rob's movie Better Man comes out.
Oh yeah, we've got a movie coming somewhere this year. I think it'll be I think hopefully it will catch on and be the kind of movie that anybody can go and see, whether they're a fan or not, because obviously we know it's going to be a little bit different and a little bit surreal in places. So I'm hoping that it catches on in its own right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As well as for fans.
Yeah.
Moving on, probably the most controversial song from his back catalogue, Rude Box, is at 38.
No, it's on my mind. There's only one thing you will find. I got one design, and that's to bump it till you drop. Rude Box. To the roof box. 'Cause you so nasty. Roof box.
And that was written with Calvin and Danny, and I voted for this one too.
You did vote for that one, didn't you?
I did.
And we'll tell everyone what we voted for in our top 20s.
Oh yeah, we will. Full disclosure, we also voted, of course. Yeah, absolutely classic song, very controversial, completely misunderstood and underrated at the time, but an absolute classic and will be forever.
Yeah.
And they played it on the documentary.
Yes.
Love that. Love that. I think it was the end of one of the episodes.
Yeah, it was the end of, was it episode 3? I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just turned to Lucy and I said, yes, Rude Box is in there. Whether you love it or hate it, it's in there and we love it. Talking about the writers of Rude Box, let's hear a message from Calvin, who was one of the writers.
Hey up, Rob. It's Kelv here. First of all, to wish you a very happy landmark birthday. I suppose you should now expect to exhibit more senior moments, but as you know, my peak senior moment occurred about 18 years ago when you introduced me to the great Paul Gaza Gascoigne, and I said, "Hiya, Gary. I'd like to think I've improved since then, so let's just go with the idea that we get better as we go on." So, I've been asked to pick a track from your vast arsenal, and that's tricky as there's a fair few I could mention. I am, however, going to be typically left field, as is my way, and choose an early one that we did together from the Rhubox album, and that one's Burslem Normals. I remember it started with a conversation in the studio at Clarendon Road about a piece of graffiti we'd all seen growing up in Stoke, and it turned into this dreamy, psychedelic, almost whimsical electronic ballad. You're being Rob from Tunstall on that, expressing that inescapable bit of your soul. Danny's flexing his candy flip thing too. An underrated song. It's not trying too hard, and I love that. It takes me back to being a kid and also us boys reconnecting again after a few years. Beautiful times. I love you, man. Happy birthday.
Oh, what a heartfelt message. And a lovely story as well.
Yeah.
Well, a few stories in there, actually.
Actually, calling Gaza Gary is hilarious.
Oh, dear.
I'd like to sing Gaza's face.
That is brilliant.
And yeah, good shout out for Burslem Normals. It's a great song.
Absolutely. Yeah. The lovely Calvin there. Thank you for that message, Calvin.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
So now we've got the first song on the top 50 that was written with Stephen Duffy. It's Misunderstood at number 37.
Don't be misunderstood by the beautiful and good in this city.
So Sarah from the USA, originally from the UK, she was on our Greatest Hits episode, and we've got a message from her now.
Hey Rob, it's Delighting Sarah here. Happy 50th birthday. Since 2003 we all said that we would grow old with you, and here we are. Have the best day.
Oh, and how true that we have all grown old with him, and hopefully we're all going to grow a lot older.
Yeah, that does appear to be happening. I don't know about you. I do appear to be growing a bit older.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Definitely a lot older than I was in 2003. Feel it as well in my body.
Yeah, we hold each other up, don't we? And now another Stephen Duffy co-write, Sin, 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 is at 36.
What about us? Well, it was just for me. Sin, 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 look where we've been and where we...
What do you think about that then, Lucy?
Yeah, I mean, it's a really catchy,
It is.
poppy song. So yeah, I'm not surprised that it made the top 50.
Bit of an earworm, isn't it? Sin,
Yeah.
Sin, it gets in there, yeah.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. So let's hear another birthday message from Angie.
She was on our intensive care episode, which of course Sin 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 is a part of.
And she lives in Australia, but originally from Scotland.
Yep.
Hey Rob, just wanted to wish you a happy half 100. I can't believe that you've been part of my life for over 30 years. Insane, really. Your music means so much to me, and yeah, just coming to see you live is the best thing ever, and it really is my happy place. I've met lots of wonderful people all over the world because of you, but not only are you our pop star, you're now the benevolent dictator of Instagram. So keep that up, because we are loving that, by the way, and we are definitely taking the silliness seriously. I can't wait to hear the new music that you've got planned. Can't wait to see you live again. And I can't wait to see Better Man, which is hopefully going to be released this year. And yeah, enjoy this milestone. Sending you lots of love from Western Australia and all the other fans down here. And by the way, how fucking hard is benevolent to say?
It is
benevolent
hard.
Dictator.
Benevolent dictator. He is our benevolent dictator.
He is, isn't he? He's a benevolent dictator, El Presidente, manifesting champ, apparently.
Yes.
And actually, I second what Angie says there. The fun that we are having on Instagram.
Oh God, it's amazing.
We do take the silliness very seriously.
I take it very,
very
seriously.
Good. Very, very. You do, don't you? Yeah.
I do. I have big discussions with you about it.
Yeah, and listen to songs end to end, even when you really, really like one of them. I
still might vote for the other.
It very seriously, listeners.
I do.
Yes.
And it annoys me when other people are voting for songs that aren't fitting the premise.
Yes, some people didn't read the memo, did they? They didn't get the brief of don't pick your favourite song, pick the one that fits the song that we're going to play when world peace breaks out. And Lucy keeps telling me not everyone's doing that.
That's my opinion anyway, and I'm sticking to it. I still think that Starship, Nothing's Going to Stop Us Now, should have gone all the way. That's what I think. But you can tell when we're recording this episode because obviously the final will have happened on Saturday, but we're recording it.
So by the time this comes out, everyone will know what it is.
Yeah.
And for those of you that don't know what we're talking about, make sure you follow Rob on Instagram if you like to have a bit of fun with Rob. That's a good thing to do.
Yes. At number 35, we've got Rob's second single to be released from Life Through a Lens. It reached number 8 in the UK when it came out. It's Lazy Days.
Lazy days, calling to you. Come out to play.
What a beautiful song Lazy Days is.
And of course, Guy has recently done his own version of it with the Lemon Trees, because obviously it was Guy and the Lemon Trees song first, and then they adapted it for Rob to use on Life Through a Lens. Go and check out Guy's music, his new music that he's got coming out.
Yeah, he's back with the Lemon Trees again. And got some gigs and things coming up. So, yeah. So shall we hear from another guest?
Yeah, Ruben.
Who have we got? We've got Ruben. Let's have a listen.
Happy 50th birthday, Robbie. I had the absolute privilege of seeing you both nights in New Zealand last year, and you certainly did not look 50. You looked 49. Now, in all seriousness, it was absolutely surreal. All the sacrifices you've made over the years for us, and especially these days, all the sacrifices you make leaving your family for weeks at a time to entertain us. If you really didn't want to do that, then you wouldn't have to, but you do. And I cannot put it into words how grateful I am to have you in my life. As far back as I can remember, literally. I know you're not a big birthday person, but I really hope you enjoy this one. Happy birthday, Robbie.
So Ruben was on our Life Through a Lens 25th edition episode. If you haven't listened to that one yet, go and check it out. He was great fun.
Yeah, and when we spoke to him on the episode, he hadn't seen Robbie live at that point. And we spoke to him about how great it was going to be, and I think it surpassed all his expectations.
Oh, he loved it. So, yeah, it's really nice to get him back
and he got to the front.
Yeah.
Well done, Ruben. Brilliant.
Now, let's hear from one of our very first guest fans on the podcast. It's Sarah Hoyland from our I've Been Expecting You album and B-Sides episodes. I'm wondering whether any of our listeners can guess what song it means will be next on the chart.
I'm sure a few people will know.
Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday dear Rob, happy birthday to you. Hip hip hooray, 50 today. Cooey, it's me Sarah from Yorkshire. I actually really hate the sound of my own voice because I sound thick as pig shit. But I thought I'd just pop on it and wish you a very happy 50th birthday, dude. As if you're 50. I know age is just a number, but you look amazing. I hope you have a wonderful day and eat lots and lots of birthday cake. And I cannot wait to hear what new music you've got lined up for us. How exciting. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. Keep on keeping on, dude. Much love. Toodle-doo.
She's brilliant.
A lovely message there from Sarah, who doesn't sound as thick as pig shit.
No, of course not. And I told her that when she sent me the message. I was like, you do not sound like that.
In fact, it's lovely to hear all the different accents on the show.
Yeah, it just shows how many people we've had on, doesn't it?
Yeah.
From everywhere.
Yeah.
It's good.
And did that give anyone any clues as to what the next song might be, I wonder?
I'm hoping some people might have remembered.
I think one or two might know what Sarah's favourite is. So, of course, the next song is Phoenix from the Flames at 34. And Rob, you promised her that if there was another Under the Radar gig, you would play this song. So we will hold you to that.
Yes. It needs to be included.
And I don't think it's just Sarah that likes this song. I think it is one of those which lots and lots of us would love to hear. So
Well,
it
clearly.
did well to get to 34, really.
On a golden dream. Phoenix from the flames, we will rise together. They will know.
15% of you included this song in your top 20.
That's quite a high percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a special song, and we want to hear it soon, Rob.
Yeah. So back to another cover, this time with Nicole Kidman from Swing When You're Winning. Something Stupid is number 33, and it's Rob's Christmas #1 single from 2001.
Then afterwards we drop into a quiet little place and have a drink or two. And then I go and spoil it all by saying something stupid like I love.
And then from our Swing When You're Winning episode, we've got a quick message from Kelly.
Happy birthday, Rob. Love from Scotland.
When I
Short
said
and
quick,
sweet.
I told you it was quick. Thanks, Kelly.
I'm sure Kelly talks a lot more than that when we meet her.
Yeah.
Lovely message, though. Lovely message. So now yet another cover. Although most people don't realise it, it is a cover. Love Light is at 32.
Keep turning down your love light, did it again. Keep turning down your love light, did it again. Keep turning down your love light.
Written by Lewis Taylor, who has never released this song as a single, it was mostly unknown until Rob covered it. Interesting that this song charts 6 places higher than Rude Box. Rob's probably right that if this had been the first single, the Rude Box album may have been received differently.
Yeah.
Also, let's take a moment to request this on the set list soon.
Yeah, how incredible would it be if he played Love Light?
It's a really special song. I think it's quite different from everything else. It's in a league of its own, Love Light. It's just got that lovely, bouncy sort of pop ballad, but I don't know. It's hard
got
to
everything.
It's quite a mixture of things, isn't it? It's just it's a brilliant song. And now let's hear a birthday message from Yatek, who was in our Rude Box episode.
Hi, Rob. Even though you mentioned previously you're not a huge fan of birthdays, I think it's a pretty special one. And I hope that you like what Lucy, Matt, and others have prepared for you. Let me wish you a massive happy birthday and hope that you, as well as the family, are healthy, happy, and that your dreams come true, and the rest will follow suit. I'd also like to thank you for being around in our lives, on stage and off, in person and online, with every album and every song that means so much not only to you, but also to all of us listening. And as this podcast shows, we are listening. And thanks for setting me on my career path. For every album, there's a chapter in my life through the good and the bad since 2003. And even though Rude Box might not be your favorite anymore, it got me on this podcast. So thank you very much. Hope you're celebrating well. All the best to you and the family, and say hi to Papa Pete for me.
We enjoyed recording with Yatek, didn't we?
Yeah, it's
We had
good fun.
really good fun talking about Rude Box.
Yeah. Well, there's so many amazing songs on that album to discuss, like Dickhead, for example.
Dickhead, I knew you were going to say that one first. We had a great discussion about Dickhead. If you haven't listened to that episode, go back to it. Yatek's brilliant.
It's on part 2 of the Rude Box episodes.
That's right, yeah. And there's some great stories, especially about Dickhead.
Yeah. So now we hear from the other Stokey songwriter, the one who isn't one of the 3 brothers, and news coming to you all, he's going to appear on a special episode with us soon. It's Scott Ralph.
Oh, yes. Yeah, let's hear from Scott.
Hey, Rob. It's Scott here from the Stoke clan. Just want to wish you a massive happy birthday. 50. Wow. We're getting old. Just want to answer the question, which is a standout track from your rather large portfolio of songs, I would pick Love Light because I'm a huge Lewis Taylor fan, and I just think that you did a really excellent job. In fact, I enjoy listening to yours as much as I do the original from the Rude Box album. So big love from us all here from Stoke, and I hope you have a great day.
No.
I can't wait to chat to Scott and find out more about all the songs that he wrote with Rob.
Yes, we have met Scott. We met Scott in Stoke a little while ago, didn't we? But we didn't actually record with him. And we're now going to record with him and Rich.
Him and Rich together, because they wrote quite a few songs together. So
an incredible songwriting duo. So that's coming up soon.
Yeah, can't wait for that one. And now it's the first song on the top 50 that was in my top 20. And let me just say how hard it was to choose that top 20. At number 31, it's Morning Sun from Reality Killed the Video Star.
How do you rate the morning sun? After a long and sleepless night, how many stars would you give to the moon? Do you see those stars?
Written with Don Black and our fave Stokey brothers Rich, Danny, Kelvin and their mate Scott Ralph, who you just heard from.
Goodness, what a song.
Oh, it's just beautiful. I love it.
We have talked quite a lot about this in various guises, haven't we? But obviously, I think a clip of it was included on the documentary, wasn't it?
With the original lyrics before Don Black got involved.
Yeah, it's a very special song. Beautiful song.
Yeah. And I'd love to hear more about that original song. So I think we'll talk to Rich about that when we interview
we will,
him.
yeah. So it very much deserves its place at 31.
Yeah.
Moving on. Not even halfway through yet, Lucy.
No.
Goodness me. So at number 30, whose idea was it to do a top? I'm sure when they did the top 40, they went through them a lot quicker. But obviously we are talking and making sure that we're, giving each one the benefit of our vast wisdom. So at number 30, it's the first single from Swings Both Ways, Go Gentle.
Stick with us weirdos for all your days and nights. I'm gonna be.
So what do you think about Go Gentle getting in there then, Liz?
Well, I think Go Gentle was in my top 20, actually.
Yeah?
Yes.
The ones you picked, okay.
Yeah, where's my list? Yes, it was. This was in my top 20 as well. Yeah, I think it's beautiful, and I loved it when he sung it at the Albert Hall recently. He should definitely play it more often.
Yeah, it's a lovely song.
I don't know why he doesn't play it more often.
I don't know.
No.
We'll have to ask him.
Hopefully.
He's got a lot of
one
songs
day.
to choose from.
Yeah, that's true.
as we proved in this poll.
Yes. So let's hear from Zoe, who was on our Swings Both Ways episode.
Hey up, Rob. It's Zoe, wishing you a very happy 50th birthday. I can't believe that you are 50. I am so proud of what you have achieved in the last 50 years. Thank you for your music, Rob, and for some amazing songs. I have so many favourites of yours. I absolutely love the 80s. It's such a nod to Burslem, Tunstall, Stoke-on-Trent, Port Vale as well. I just want to say thank you for the friends that I've made, and thank you for the great times that I've had. And last thing, congratulations, El Presidente.
So just to explain the background noise there, Zoe is obviously from Stoke, and she filmed her little message at various places in Stoke that are iconic to do with Rob, such as the Red Lion and outside Port Vale. So that's why there's a bit of traffic noise and things in the background, but it would be good when everyone can see the actual video online of that and get the full effect.
Yeah, so definitely watch out for that one. Zoe put a lot of effort into creating that lovely video, and I know that will mean a lot to Rob if he sees that as well. So,
yeah, thank you, Zoe, for doing that.
Well done, Zoe.
So I thought at this point we might discuss our own top 20s.
Yeah. Go on then, you kick off.
Okay, So just to let everyone know, this is what I voted in my top 20 favourite Robbie songs.
Are they in order?
No, order whatsoever.
No order. Of course, there was we didn't need an order, did we? In
No.
the poll, it was just your top. It was just 20. Yeah.
And how I actually chose this was back like last year sometime, or even maybe before that, maybe even 18 months ago. I listened back to a lot of our episodes because we were interviewing Robbie, and I wanted to sort of know that we had every question that we kind of had said, oh, we should ask him that, ready, although we didn't end up asking him a lot of them. But anyway, I listened back to a lot of our episodes and I thought, I'm going to write down every time I say, oh, this is in my top 20, or this is one of my ultimate favourites. So that's what I did. So ages ago, I wrote down, from listening to me talking about the songs and how excited I got about particular songs, and I based my top 20 on that. So here we go. So I've got No Regrets, Karma Killer, Eternity, Not of This Earth, Feel, Come Undone, Me and My Monkey, Coffee, Tea and Sympathy, Ghosts, the 80s, the 90s, of course, Morning Sun, Gospel, Go Gentle, Raver, All Climb On, Love My Life, Rudolph, Home and Immortal.
Ah.
What do you think of that?
Yeah, just having a look through. Yeah, it makes sense. Let's have a look. Let me see if there's any in there which surprise me. No. Yeah, it all makes sense.
Yeah.
Looking at each one of those, they're ones that you've talked about a lot over the years, and I know you're really connected to. Yeah. Well, how hard was it?
So in the end,
even though you did that like special technique of going back to your episodes, which you didn't tell me about.
It wasn't too hard because I had like this bass list already. I just worked on that and made sure that I hadn't missed any out.
Yeah. It also reminded me of the fact that on each episode, obviously, we did pick our favourite track.
Yeah.
Now, I must admit that wasn't part of my technique to think back to that.
No, I didn't do that either.
I guess that might have helped me. I mean...
Yeah, but sometimes someone else, the guest, might have chosen your favourite.
That's true. Yeah, so that's not a foolproof technique, no. I mean, everybody listening and everybody that's taken part in the poll will know how hard this is. And even if you didn't do it and you're listening, you'll probably still know how hard picking 20 out of 359 is. I mean, just the sheer amount, just to begin with, scrolling through that screen,
it went on and
it's
on.
mind-boggling. So it took me a while to do it. And actually, I do remember when I did do it, we were in London
in a
watching
pub.
the Back to the Future musical
Yes.
with the kids. And yeah, we went into a pub beforehand, and we were talking about it. And actually, the kids got kind of interested in it as well, which is not normal. And yeah, I just sat there and said, right, I'm going to do it. And yeah, I don't know the technique anybody else used out there, but I just started marking the ones which I thought, yeah, they're in. Then I used all my 20 up, and I was like, hang on a minute, there's another 100 to go, or something like that. So then I had to start unchecking some, and yeah, and I got there eventually, but it was not easy at all. And yeah, but I got there. I got my 20. So my 20 are Kids, Feel, Revolution, Come Undone, Hot Fudge, Coffee, Tea and Sympathy, Tripping, Rude Box, of course, Love Light, Dickhead. I'm sure not everyone voted for that one. Morning Sun, Decepticon, of course.
Yeah.
Into the Silence, yes.
Yeah, I can't believe I didn't include that.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Raver.
Yeah.
Obviously you did include that. Eyes on the Highway. So lots of under the radar stuff in mine.
Yeah.
Well, quite a lot in yours as well. Gold tune.
Yeah.
No Fucks.
Yeah, classic.
Time for Change, Soul Transmission, and More Than This.
I was surprised by More Than This.
I don't know,
You just like it.
Really love that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the only songs that we had the same were Morning Sun, Coffee, Tea and Sympathy, Feel, Come Undone and Raver. So 5 songs out of 20. That's quite high, probably. So when obviously people voting for just like 2 or 3 hits in their 20, the rest of this like 17, 18 songs or whatever in their top 20 are spread out across so many different songs. Each person likes different ones and they're spread out across so many different songs. That's how we kind of ended up with so many hits appearing in the top 50 so far.
Yeah, because even the most dedicated fan that loves B-sides and under the radars and, you know, the less popular stuff, still going to have, like us, still going to have a few big hits that they're going to put in.
Yeah.
And then they start to stack, the votes for those start to stack up. I think what you're describing on the not so popular ones is the long tail. So you've kind of got this, like in a graph, you'd have this hockey stick where you've got this big peak of hits, which people vote for, and then you've got this really, really long tail across the graph of
all the other songs.
All the others, but they've got smaller proportions of the votes. Yeah.
Let's hear from 2 ladies who helped us talk about the Christmas present. We've got Sarah Cinco, followed by Caroline.
Wow, Robbie Williams at 50. Happy birthday, Daddy. I still stan. What an insightful, poised elder statesman you've become at this point in your life, sharing your sensitivity and wisdom the way you do. And boy, can you still entertain us. Come see me here in Canada sometime, or at least check out my Christmas Part 1 episode with the champions. Love ya.
Hi Rob, it's Caroline from Vienna. As you always say, you're not a big fan of celebrating your birthday. In fact, you'd rather not celebrate your birthday at all. As a therapist, I respect your wishes, and therefore do not wish you a happy birthday. But I have a wish for your kids. Kids, enjoy celebrating your dad's birthday. Share the cake with him and tell him, we were young, but it didn't stay. You and I both went grey, and that's okay. Bye.
I love that.
Brilliant, Caroline and Sarah. Excellent.
On the 25 tour, Rob actually sung She's the One to Caroline. She had a banner saying something along the lines of, we've both gone grey. Hence that message. Very good idea, not wishing him a happy birthday.
Yes.
Moving on with the fans' 50 for 50. The first single to be released from Intensive Care, written with Stephen Duffy, it's Tripping at number 29.
But you're out of your depth, son, have a word. I know it's coming, there's gonna be violence.
Yay, I voted for Tripping.
There you go.
Well, in fact, I voted for quite a few that have already been in the chart, but I'm quite happy that that's in at 29.
Definitely. It is worth its place there. It's good.
It's just different. I really love that one. Yeah. Happy it's there.
Good.
Moving on, number 28 is Let Love Be Your Energy, the opening track on Sing When You're Winning.
Grown up saying sorry kids, we got no reply.
Who can forget the cartoon Robbie with his bits out, eh, Lucy?
Yeah, we had a good talk about that, didn't we?
We certainly
on
did.
That episode.
Go back to that episode if you want to hear what we were saying about his bits.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
And now a particular favourite of mine, and you heard that it was in my top 20. Perhaps it was also put into people's minds following the Netflix documentary. Karma Killer is number 27.
Oh, yeah.
How do you sleep? You never know. Why was I never good enough? You thought you'd leave me falling forever. Karma Killer.
so excited when he played this at Port Vale. Didn't I just die of excitement?
Yes, you did.
And you were like, immediately you knew
it.
you had to video it, the whole song for me, didn't you? And you did do that, thank you.
That's my job when one of your faves comes on. Yeah.
More of that, please, Rob. We'd like to hear that in the set more often.
Yeah, so the first single from Reality Killed the video star, his comeback song following his short-lived retirement, Bodies, charts at 26.
And that's the way it's gonna be. All we've ever wanted is to look good naked. Hope that someone can take it. God save me rejection.
You like Bodies?
I do like Bodies.
Yeah, not in your top 20, but you like it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, nor mine actually, but yeah, I like it as well. And now let's hear from Tony Lewis, who was in our Reality Killed the Video Star episode.
Hey, Robbie, know that you don't like birthdays. Might be better to say congratulations on reaching 50 Valentine's Day Eves. Let's look at it like that. Great achievement, lots of love, and have a great time. And thank you for everything. Peace.
The brilliant Tony Lewis there.
Robbie tribute artist. Go and check him out.
Yeah.
I think he's coming to Australia very soon, isn't he?
He is. He's got quite a few dates he's doing in Australia. Yeah. And he's been all over the world, I think, recently. He's been on cruise ships and
Finland,
yeah,
wasn't he in Finland?
Really getting all over, yeah. And a good friend of the show. Tony's always been very supportive of us, so thank you.
Now a song that was a double A-side with Tripping, so it was kind of a single. It certainly has a video that sticks in many fans' heads. Make Me Pure is number 25.
Ah.
Till I cry. Oh Lord, please make me pure, but not yet.
Now this song was really popular in the Netherlands and it actually reached number 15 in the charts there when it came out, even though it wasn't released as an official single. I think it was mainly from the video being played so much on TV. And looking at the data from those who voted for this song around the world, it was the 15th most popular song overall in the Netherlands and 12th in Mexico
Ah.
for our listeners there. So thank you for voting in the Netherlands and Mexico.
Yes. So shall we move on?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, we're halfway.
Oh, yeah,
that
we
was
are.
25. We're halfway through. Whew. Let's see what happens. Written with Gary Barlow, there's a giveaway.
Yeah.
Candy is at 24. Candy was Rob's last number one single in the UK in 2012 and was also number one in the Netherlands. In our chart? Or number one?
No, number one in real life.
Okay, number one actually in the charts in the Netherlands.
Yeah. They've got good taste in the Netherlands, clearly.
And now, let's hear from our good friends, Alan and Sarah.
Hi Rob, the Dogs here. Just popping in to say happy birthday and congratulations for reaching half a century. You'll be glad to know you're my first pop star that's gone grey.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Feels like ages since we've seen you. I hope that changes soon with new music going out.
We'll see you at a barrier soon. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, the lovely Dogs.
We love them. And also, if you haven't checked out our episode with them on the Take the Crown episode, there's an outtake at the end. Is it at the end of the main Take the Crown or the B-sides? I can't remember now.
I can't remember.
Maybe
Possibly both.
I think maybe it's the Take the Crown actual episode.
But it basically revolves around me, that me cocking something up.
Yeah,
And
you not being
we won't
able
do
to
a spoiler.
Say a certain word.
There's not many outtakes from this show. Well, not many that get published anyway, but that one was funnily enough to tag on to the end of that show.
Yeah. I still laugh thinking about it.
Oh, dear. Alcohol had nothing to do with it.
Right, number 23 is Something Beautiful.
Ah.
May on Friday by the end of the day, you won't be lost, hurt, tired and
the single from Escapology that came out around the time of Nebworth that Rob refused to put on the set list. Now, what does that remind you of? An album out, a new song, but he won't play it on the current tour.
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds fairly standard.
Nothing's changed in 20 years.
Now let's hear from Anto, who was on our Nebworth 20th anniversary episode and appeared in the Something Beautiful video.
Yeah.
Hey Rob, El Presidente. Anto Carroll here from Ireland. Just want to send you a big happy birthday for the 5-0. What can I say? Your work is getting better with age, so it can only be a good thing. The XXV tour was phenomenal. Your documentary, again, great work, and you're just getting better with age, mate, so keep it going. Again, have a great birthday. Wish you all the best. Enjoy your day.
So moving on, Rob's second single from Sing When You're Winning hit number 2 in the UK in 2000. Kids with Kylie is at 22.
Till something sticks. Don't mind doing it for the kids. So come on, jump on board, take a ride.
It's still one of Rob's guaranteed songs to be included on the set list, which I'm glad about as I voted for it in my top 20.
You did?
Yeah, I did. That's a good. It's a good one. You get your money's worth from Kids.
Yeah.
and the whole stadium or the whole crowd always go for it.
And it's a chance
always
for
a lot
the
of energy.
backing singers to have their moment as well, which I like.
Yeah. Let's hear from Amanda, who's one of the team that runs FanFest, the charity that makes money for various causes that are close to Rob's heart. Let's hear from Amanda.
Happy 50th, Rob. You'll be delighted to know that you can now tick a box between 45 and 54. It's Amanda here, Scrummy Mummy, also from the FanFest team. We are so delighted for you that your 50th year is already proving such a triumph. You've got Netflix, you've got Hyde Park, and you've got all of us. We won't ever stop doing it for the kids and raising this money for you. 185 grand so far. Happy birthday.
Wow, 185 grand.
For the Donna Louise.
Incredible achievement. Well done to everyone who's taken part and contributed to that. And I know Amanda and the team do a lot of hard work throughout the year. So if you're not following RW FanFest, go and give them a follow. Always lots of interesting competitions and things to buy, mementos and stuff. So yeah, check them out.
Now, Advertising Space, which is our number 21.
Ah, okay.
When Marlon Brando passed away, you had that look upon your face. Advertising Space, and no one learned.
A stunning song written with Stephen Duffy. 22% of you voted for this in our poll.
22%. The 7th cover in our list, but one that's made its mark on our listeners enough to make it into our top 20 now. Mr. Bojangles from Swing When You're Winning is at 20.
That's Mr. Bojangles. Call him Mr. Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles.
So more swing in the chart.
Yeah, another swing song.
Yeah.
And a cover at that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that it's been voted in, but I guess it's one that Rob's made his own.
Now let's hear from Rich Scott, one of Rob's songwriting collaborators. And I think you'll realise why we've put this one in when you hear it.
Hi, Rob. It's Rich from the Stoke Brigade, the Brothers Grimm. I'd want to wish you a happy birthday, as I always do, or alternatively, congratulations on another year successfully breathing. So posed with this question of what's my favourite track and why, I think about when we're all together creating songs, me, you, Kelv, Dan, Scott, and we're having a laugh. Well, I'm having a laugh, maybe you're not, but there we go. And we create a new song with a brand new vocal. It becomes the definitive vocal, of course, but there's nothing to compare it to. So genuinely, I think the artistry that you do bring to the table gets lost and in some ways taken for granted. But when you take on something of legendary status, such as something by Frank Sinatra, or in this case, Sammy Davis Jr., well, they're big shoes to fill. Well, maybe not his shoes, but definitely wow vocally, of course. So I'm picking Mr. Bojangles from a genre that I know we both love. You make it your own. I know that's a cliche, but it's only part of the bigger musical picture that, again, I don't think you get credit for. So sycophantic rant over. Love you, man. Happy birthday.
He said basically what I said, that he makes it his own, and that's why people will vote for it.
That's true. Very true. Ah.
And I love Rich, by the way.
We do love Rich. Thank you, Rich. Another big supporter of the podcast, and yeah, appreciate all that you do. And we will be seeing Rich soon.
Yeah, can't wait to see him again.
With Scott, yeah.
And now another album track from Escapology, written with Rob and Guy. Rob said it was a celebration song about finding himself. Hot Fudge is number 19.
I love Hot Fudge.
Well, it's a classic, isn't it?
Love that. That's in my top 20.
On my sunset rodeo, Harvard chick on the judges, a green card in the way. The Holy Ghost and the Holy Coast are moving to LA. 'Cause we've been dreaming.
Oh, I love it when he
Great
plays
song.
this song live.
Funky song, brilliant.
Sounds so good.
Yeah, and we're really getting there now. At number 18, it's his number one single from 2001, The Road to Mandalay.
Every mistake I've ever made has been rehashed and then replayed as I got lost along the way. Bum bum bum
At the time of Sing When You're Winning's release, Rob said this was his favourite song from the album. Wow.
And talking of Sing When You're Winning, we hear from American Paul next. And if you've listened to our second part of the Sing When You're Winning album episodes, you'll know why we're playing Paul's message. Because if you remember, we had a very interesting conversation with him about the video for The Road to Mandalay.
Some fairly strong opinions about that video.
He did have. And so, what did he say? I can't remember the word that he used. He was despicable. That's it. He described the character Rob was playing as despicable. It's definitely worth listening to if you haven't heard that episode.
Let's hear from American Paul.
50 candles predicting, revealing how handsome and healthy you'll be. Will we have sexy Rob in his 60s? Well, for now, that's wait and see. If you tour with Take That in your 50s, please don't forget to sing Shame. If you do, there's no one but you, and that Gary Barlow to blame. So blow out those flames on that floating cake. Roll out new songs for us all. More Netflix, more Vegas, more tours, and lots more chats with American Paul. Happy birthday, Rob.
Paul loves a good poem, doesn't he?
He does. He does. What a beautifully written poem. Brilliant.
Then we've got another Escapology album track, one that Rob has said that he wouldn't sing live again, but he did sing a bit of it a cappella at the end of the concert in Greece. So maybe there's a chance he'll change his mind in the future.
What's really, really well-known song there, isn't it?
Yeah.
I remember Yorgos telling us that.
Yeah, it's like their number one song in Greece.
Yeah.
Then we've got a monkey bed. Me and my monkey with a dream and a gun. I'm helping my monkey.
So if he can play it there, surely it means he can play it elsewhere again. But I know he said it's too wordy and he doesn't like how long it is and how many lyrics are in it.
Well, you never know. It might make it into the film.
I hope so.
There's a monkey in the film that everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah, it would make sense if it was in it.
Maybe.
I hope so.
Maybe he's creating an air gap.
What's that mean?
A vacuum. An air gap. Something like that. Not playing it and then it all comes out in the film.
Oh, okay, right, yeah.
I knew what I meant.
So now we can hear from Yorgos talking about Greece. Let's hear from him.
Hello, Matt and Lucy. Hello, Robbie Williams Rewind listeners, and greetings from Greece. What a journey. The main man himself has reached his 50th birthday. Hard to believe the years have gone by so fast. We've enjoyed a full 2023 and many more good times to come. So many tracks and demos. My personal favorites, the Island song, the comment section one. What can I say? Happy birthday to the main man himself.
Oh, great message from Yorgos there. Always good to hear the Greek perspective on things.
Yeah, it's really interesting
slightly
talking
different
to him.
Profile of songs there that the fans like.
Yeah, he was
including
on our,
Me and My Monkey.
Yeah, he was on our intensive care B-sides episode.
Yeah. Followed by Sexed Up at 16, which was originally a B-side to No Regrets in 1998. Rob said it was too good to be left as a demo. They added it to Escapology, with it finally being released as a single in its own right in 2003.
I've got my eyes shut, praying they won't stray. We're not sexed up. That's what makes the difference today.
Wow, I love Sexed Up. In fact, why didn't I put Sexed Up on my top 20?
Precisely. This is the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you start really thinking about it and looking, there's probably ones that I missed off that should have been in there as well, really.
I know that I went crazy for that on that episode as well. Anyway, I obviously didn't pick it, but
You didn't.
everyone else did. So at number 15, the song that has never been released as a single, but it's Rob's 10th most performed song live. So Matt, your question that you asked earlier about what song... if you took out all of the hits, what song would
Was
come top? So here you go, it's Monsoon.
Oh, interesting.
So put your hands across the water on my
It's a crowd pleaser, isn't it? It goes down so well live, and he knows it does.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Wow. Okay, so that would be top if all the hits weren't there.
Which is kind of giving away what's coming up, but I'm pretty sure most of you have worked that out. And now from Canada, we have got Robbie.
Hey guys, it's Robbie from Canada, and thanks for having me back to celebrate Robbie's 50th. And I thought I would just let you guys know what, for me, the top level Robbie is. For me, there's no song from the get-go that I loved more than No Regrets, even before I really understood who he was talking about. That song always grabbed me, and I never get enough of that one. And I'll add albums in too, because I absolutely love Escapology, which I didn't pronounce correctly for some time until I saw Robbie Williams' show, but that album, top to bottom, absolutely love. I don't know if I'll ever outdo that one for me, but I really wish I could have saw that tour, but in Canada and all. So thanks so much for having me on, and I hope to be back soon.
Thank you, Robbie. Now moving on, his first self-penned hit, written with Desmond Child and Eric Bazillion, Old Before I Die, is in at number 14. What do you think about that?
Yeah, well, it was his first single. I guess it means a lot to people.
Yeah.
It's quite rocky, and it still sounds really good when he plays it live.
Did he sing that at Hyde Park?
He did, yeah.
He did, didn't he?
And it was so good.
Yeah, it went down very well.
Yeah. Actually, he was doing it on the beginning of the 25 tour, and then he took it out.
Then it came out, that's right, yeah. Brilliant, brilliant. And while we're on Old Before I Die, it's very appropriate that we bring in Smiley Barnard, the drummer who played on Rob's first tour and some of his early recordings. So let's hear from the amazing Smiley.
Hi Rob, it's Smiley. Just ringing to wish you a happy birthday, man. 50. Wow. I remember when you were 25. Mate, I can't say how proud I am of you for everything you've achieved and the person you are today, and to have spent some time in your early career will always live with me. I was also asked what my favourite Robbie song was, and after a great deal of thought, Love Cheat. I think because I was there, I watched you give birth to it, and I was lucky enough to play on it, and then I saw it come out the other end, and it's still one of my favourite tunes, and definitely my favourite of yours, of which there are many, because, dear boy, you are an incredible songwriter, and I think in the annals of history you will go down as one of the greats. So listen, mate, happy birthday, and I hope to see you soon. God bless, man.
The lovely Smiley there.
And Smiley's got a new album out, so you can go and order that from smileysfriends.co.uk. We always support him because he's such a lovely supporter of us as well.
Look at what you could have won, it's called.
It is.
I know where that phrase is from.
Moving on to number 13. It's the song that Robbie isn't too keen on, but Guy says it's one of their A tracks. Can you guess what it is?
I can, because it's written down here.
Yeah. It's Millennium.
'Cause we know we're falling from grace, millennium. Live for liposuction.
Yeah, he doesn't really like that song very much, does he?
No.
He begrudgingly sings it live.
Begrudgingly, yeah.
Because he knows it's kind of, it goes down well, but yeah, he's got a bit of a thing against it, hasn't he?
I think he says it's like he doesn't really like the lyrics now or something.
Yeah. And I remember when we saw Guy did a one-man show, and he said he doesn't, I think, didn't you ask him or someone asked him? I don't know. He commented on it or he played it, and he said something about he doesn't understand why Robbie doesn't like it, because musically and lyrically it's just an incredible song. So from a music perspective, he's like, it's brilliant. But you know, Robbie doesn't have to like everything that he's done.
But 28.59% of you did vote for that song, so that's how many of you disagree with what Robbie thinks of that song.
Now going on to a song that Robbie has also sung in French, containing the elements of I Will Survive. Supreme is at 12. I didn't pick Supreme, did I? No, but I do remember picking. I think I picked Supreme when we reviewed it. Yeah, I did. Yeah, so yeah, cool that's in at 12.
Yeah, getting closer to that top 10.
We are. It's getting exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what will have just missed out on the top 10? What a shame. It's his biggest song from the Heavy Entertainment show, Love My Life, is at number 11.
Love my life. I am powerful. I am beautiful. I am free. I love my life. I am wonderful.
Although it was only released in 2016, it's already reached his top 10 most played songs ever on YouTube and other streaming services. It's a great song. I love it.
That's a lovely song. Really, really, really nice. Another one that's nice live as well.
Now let's hear from Frenchie Helen.
Hello, Robbie. Frenchie Helen here. I wanted to wish you the most wonderful birthday ever. I will be celebrating your special day by listening to my favourite song of yours, which is Love My Life. Love My Life has become my motto in life. I love my life every single day, and it's made me believe in my dreams. My dream was to live in London, and now I do. Thanks to you, thanks to Love My Life, and thanks to so many of your other songs. Happy birthday, merci, and see you very soon. Bye-bye.
So Frenchie Ellen actually learnt English because of Rob, and now lives in London. So he's certainly had an effect on her life, and she tells us all about that in her 25 episode that she was on with us.
Yep, go and listen to that one. So moving on to the top 10 now.
Top 10.
Top 10, Lucy. I wonder, what's at number 10? Eternity is at number 10.
And I hope you find your freedom. eternity. For eternity.
Rob recently confirmed on his 25 tour that it was written about his summer spent with Geri Halliwell from the Spice Girls. So there you go. Eternity is at number 10.
It's definitely worthy of being in the top 10, I'd say.
Yeah, it's a classic. It's a definite classic.
I voted for it.
No, I didn't, although I do probably regret not putting it in there.
Yes, you can't include them all.
Yeah, I think it's a worthy number 10.
Definitely. It's beautiful. And I'm glad that he's now started singing it again, because we had too many years where he wouldn't sing it.
Yeah, true. Yeah. So let's go up to Scotland now and hear from Angela.
Happy 50th birthday, Rob. Hope you have an amazing day and hope you have a great day with Ida and the kids and your close friends and family. And make sure you have lots of cake too. My favourite Robbie song is Eternity. The words on it mean a lot to me and it brings me up whenever I'm feeling down. And I especially love it when Rob sings it live. So thanks for writing that song and singing it live, Rob. Anyway, have a great day. Lots of love from Angela Saunders in Scotland. Thank you.
Thanks, Angela. And thanks for always being a big supporter of the podcast. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And now the last cover in our 50 for 50, She's the One, is number 9.
I know we'll carry on, 'cause if there's somebody calling me on, she's the one.
Now, there's so many fans and just people in general that are under the impression that Rob wrote this song. I mean, he has sort of hinted and joked about it a few times, much to Carl Wallinger's displeasure. So I guess it's no surprise it features in the top 10 because it is very popular. But personally, I'd rather it wasn't so high up the chart. That's my opinion. There's so many other songs that could be included in the top 10 that he's written.
Yeah, it's a nice song, but it's kind of just washes over me a bit. It's
yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it, but it's just I agree with you. I wouldn't put it quite so high up, but have to respect. There's a load of people out there that love it. What percentage did it get?
39.65% of people voted for this song.
Yeah.
I mean, I think people like it because he sings it to the girl in the crowd, and that's always a nice moment in the shows.
Well, yeah, and although it had a bit of a strange video to it, it was, again, quite an iconic video that did get played a lot at the time, I think, and still does. So maybe people remember the ice skating, you know?
But, yeah, it could, I mean, you know, think of songs like Into the Silence, which should have been higher up the chart.
You can't influence it now, Lucy.
I know, but
the votes are in.
It annoys me.
The jury has decided.
Oh, there you go.
Now, at number 8, a song that marked his first number 1 in New Zealand, Argentina and Mexico, as well as being number 1 in the UK, Iceland, Ireland and Costa Rica. Can you guess what it is? It's Rock DJ at number 8. Brilliant song.
Oh, yeah.
Can listen to it over and over and over again. I don't get bored of it.
No.
It was bound to be in the top 10.
Oh, yeah. It's one of his classics, isn't it?
Yeah. Surprising it's not a little bit higher up, actually.
Yeah,
but, you know,
I think
number 8, still a respectable position in the chart.
Yeah. I think some people assume that this might be like number 3-ish. So, number 8.
Yeah, so it makes the next 7 quite interesting to see what they are. I'm sure the hardcore fans are already working it out, already have it worked out in their head what the next 7 might be. But, you know, you could be surprised. The order, maybe.
Yeah.
Before we go on to the next one, let's hear from Georgie in Australia, who was on our Under the Radar 2 episode.
Yeah.
Hello, Roberto. It's Georgie Potter here. I just wanted to wish you a very happy 50th birthday. It's quite the achievement to reach the half ton. So well done you. Good job for doing that. I hope you eat all the good food and get spoiled rotten by your wonderful, wonderful family and all your friends and everyone that thinks you're the bee's knees. There are a lot of them, so enjoy that. You've probably been told this many times, but you can never tell someone too many times. You are so incredibly valued by so many people, and you are a wonderful constant in so many people's lives. So yeah, have the best day. Happy birthday. And I am sending you lots and lots and lots of love.
Oh, that's a great fun episode with Georgie as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
She always gets to meet him and kiss him every time she sees him.
She does. She talked about kissing him on our episode with her, and she got to kiss him again when he was in Australia. I think he was talking to someone else, wasn't he, at the barrier, and he just went, "Hi, darling," and just leaned over and kissed her again.
Yep, that's their thing. That's what they do.
Lucky Georgie.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
I think it's also important to say here at this point, before we move into the sort of the final 7, we haven't had time to really get into talking. We've said a few factoids about some of the tracks, but if you're listening to this and you haven't listened to any of our previous episodes, then go back and listen, because we talk about each track in depth, like everything we could possibly find out about it. So if you want to know about some of the lesser known tracks or even some of the bigger tracks, go back and listen to some of our other episodes and you'll learn a lot.
Yeah.
Through Lucy's incredible research.
Thank you.
And my tiny bit of research that I sometimes do.
Some of it I just know, but a lot of it is research.
Absolutely. Oh, so right, it's hotting up now then, Lucy.
Okay.
What is next? Tell us.
Number 7 is Strong.
And I'm trying to grow, so before I'm old, I confess you think that I'm strong. You're wrong.
Written in a hotel room in Cologne when Rob woke Guy up at 4 a.m. saying he had an idea for a song. They wrote it in an hour and Guy went back to bed wondering what had just happened. It's got incredible lyrics, Strong. I can see why people voted it so highly.
Yeah. Yeah, a strong contender in, excuse the pun. Definitely.
And it's got good music on it as well, hasn't it? It's sonically sounds very nice.
It does. And again, it's one of those anthems that just works well when you've got, 50, 60,000 people or however many, 100,000 in one place. Everyone sings it.
Yeah.
Brilliant song. Yeah. Probably well deserving, I think, of its place. I think at this point you can probably all guess which songs will be in our top 5, but maybe number 6 will be a surprise. It's the highest placing song that wasn't a single in the majority of the world. It was only released as a single in Australia, New Zealand and Latin America. In fact, our Aussie voters chose this as their second most popular song overall. Have you guessed what it is yet? It's Better Man at number 6.
Lord, I'm doing all I can to be a better man. Once you found that love.
Wow.
Better Man. I'm glad that people have voted for that.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's because of the film coming up as well.
I do wonder whether that's given it a bit of a nudge.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll never really know, will we? But yeah, a worthy position for Better Man, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Well, I'd be happy. I am happy that Better Man is top 6.
And I think at this point, I always say this to you, I can never think of Better Man without thinking about the lovely Popper Pete.
Yes.
And when Popper Pete was working with Rob and went on some of his tours and in Vegas, they sang this song together. And it was very special.
Yeah.
So, hello, Popper Pete, if you're listening. Always enjoyed that rendition with you and Rob.
Definitely.
Now, let's go to Joe Perlman, director of the Netflix documentary, and hear his birthday message.
Happy birthday, mate. I hope you have an amazing day. It's been a privilege to get to know you over the last year, and I hope you're having the best birthday ever. All the love, man.
Oh, we had a great interview with Joe, didn't we?
Yeah, it's really interesting.
Look back at that one if you haven't. We did grill him pretty hard. I felt guilty halfway through, actually. And you'll hear me going, "Oh, but Joe, us fans do like the documentary. It's just that the fans always want a bit more." Yeah, we asked him all the hard-hitting questions from the fans. And he was very gracious with his time and his response. So, yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, very happy to have had that chance.
Yeah.
So at this point, let's look at the songs in our top 50, which weren't singles anywhere. We've had Monsoon, Me and My Monkey, Hot Fudge, Karma Killer, Phoenix from the Flames, I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen, Nan's Song, Into the Silence, My Way, and Heaven from Here. So that's 10 out of the 50 songs.
Ah, so that was my question from earlier on, right? So, or partly, which, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, so Monsoon, Me and My Monkey, Hot Fudge, Karma Killer. Yeah. What do you think Rob will think about that?
Well, we might find out soon.
Maybe we will. Let's it's just a teaser for what we're going to find out soon. Yeah. Let us know what you think. Let us know what you think about that. I mean, that's interesting that 10 got in out of the 50.
Yeah, so essentially you could say that those are the 10 most popular non-singles. But there are ones mostly that Rob has sung live quite a lot. I mean, Heaven from Here, obviously he hasn't.
Yeah.
Or I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen. Even Nan's Song, he hasn't played that for years, has he?
No. Cool. I'm also guessing that lots of you are wondering what happened to your favourite songs that may have placed just outside the top 50. So here's numbers 60 to 50, which contains many more non-hits. 60 is Win Some, Lose Some. At 59, it's Better Days. 58 is Lost. Shout out to the Mexicans and Germans who placed this at number 35 in their charts. 57 is 8 Letters. 56 is Ghosts. 55 is HES. 54 is Jesus in a Camper Van. 53 is She's Madonna. And at joint 51, it's one of God's Better People and number 1 single, Radio. So there you go.
Yeah, so a few more kind of interesting songs as you get a bit lower down the chart.
Yeah.
I'm wondering whether we might publish some more of the lower down numbers on our website at some point in the future.
Yeah, I think in the future, we can do that. We want everyone to listen to the episode first. But
yes.
Yeah. we'll publish some stats.
Yeah.
Lucy's done such a good job on the statistical analysis. I think we need a few pie charts and bar charts and
oh no, I'm not going that
line
far.
charts and yeah. Get onto that spreadsheet, Lucy. Come on.
Yeah. Back to the top 5. At number 5 is show opener Let Me Entertain You.
I'm a burning effigy of everything I used to be. You're my rock of empathy, my dear. So come on, let me entertain you.
I guess it's inevitable that Let Me Entertain You would be so high up the chart.
Yeah, absolutely. It was, I think I think actually I probably wouldn't have predicted the top 5 or top 10 correctly in sequence order, but I would have I would have always put this in the top 5.
Yeah.
So the fact it's at 5, it's only just in the top 5, an absolute classic. Once again, anthemic, iconic. It's kind of part of the part of our culture, really, isn't it? That song. It's embedded in our culture, and you know, even if you're not a Robbie fan, you're going to hear that song at some point playing somewhere on TV or on the radio, or it's always there. Yeah.
And now let's hear from Val, who was on our Let Me Entertain You tour episode.
Hi Rob, Val here. I just want to wish you a happy 50th birthday. I've had some great adventures because of you. One of my favourite ones being my podcast episode, where having a little drink in a Cuban bar in Bratislava led me to having a little trip to Abu Dhabi. Great night out there. I love your music. You take me to my happy place. So have a great 50th and hope to see you a bit more.
That was one hell of a story, wasn't it?
It was, yes. Val had 1 or 2 other stories also on that episode. But going from Bratislava to Abu Dhabi and not really having no plans to do that. Yeah, it's an interesting story. There's a lot more to it than just that. But listen to the Let Me Entertain You tour episode with Val and Kelly.
And Kelly from together. Essex, yeah. Right.
Ooh, Lucy, it's hotting up now.
It's hotting up. What have we got left?
I'm sure everyone out there is predicting what's going to happen here, but what is at number 4?
Number 4 is the beautiful No Regrets.
You didn't have the time, so I softly slip away. No regrets. They don't work.
So a weird fact about our top 4 songs is that they may all be Rob's most popular songs now, but in the UK, every single one of these songs peaked at number 4 in our charts, in the actual official UK charts.
Ah.
Yeah, that gives you a little clue as to what's coming up as well. So they're all the kind of songs that everyone will think that went to number 1. Like when you talk about Robbie, you'll think, oh, well, that's the kind of song that went to number 1, looking back. But they didn't. They all hit number 4. A bit of a freaky coincidence there. Our top 4 are all number 4 records. What do we think about No Regrets? I love it. It is amazing. So I did vote for No Regrets. I'm not alone in loving this song. Everyone else loves it too.
Yeah, I didn't, but yeah, a classic song has to be out there. Of course it does.
And another person who loves No Regrets is Sarah Cat from Italy.
Hi there, Sarah Luton Cat living in Italy here and also one of the Pink Ladies. My favourite song and lyrics is obviously No Regrets with I didn't lose my mind, it was mine to give away. I have these tattooed down my side and I would just like to thank you so much for signing them because when you asked me what was written there, my mind went completely blank and I couldn't speak at all. This was back in November. These words mean so much to me and it's actually the way I am living. So thank you for writing them. Thank you for singing them and signing them. Perfect place, by the way. So happy birthday, Rob. Thank you again for being so kind to all your friendlies and all your kind words. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Lots of love. Turning 50, looking 30, by the way. Cheers.
Brilliant.
And Sarah has kindly given us, a couple of photos, and one in particular of her tattoo where Rob was signed.
Yeah.
And we'll include that on the video reel as well, so you can have a little look at that.
Moving on to our top 3.
Oh, I never thought we would ever get there.
I bet everyone else at home thought that as well.
We're getting there. At number 3, where it was only 9 votes behind the second most popular song, it's Feel. Feel was actually the most popular song in Ireland, Spain, Sweden, Norway and Finland, and joint first in Belgium, Switzerland, Slovenia, Brazil, Malta, Romania and Portugal. But there were fewer votes from most of those countries, so the numbers were much closer and it meant the song couldn't beat our number 1 and 2.
flashlight running through.
So there you go.
So it's very popular around the world.
Very, very popular.
I
Yeah.
voted for it.
Iconic. I'm wondering, I think it was in mine as well. Let me check. Did I vote for it?
Yeah, you did.
I should have done. Yeah, definitely. Definitely in there. Out of the big hits, it's way up there for me, that one.
It's
There's
iconic.
something, there's like an electrical energy that goes through you when it's sang, especially live.
Yeah.
The green lasers, the deep bass. There's just something very energizing about it. It changes the mood, doesn't it? Live,
yeah.
It just sort of switches it to something else when it comes on.
I mean, it always makes me feel like it's near the end of the concert.
Well, yeah.
I always get that, oh no, it's nearly over feeling.
Yeah.
But the lyrics on this song, and the music, they're just, everything combined is so incredible. And the video, it's my favourite video. He looks amazing in it, and it's so beautiful.
Yeah, and I don't think, we probably maybe talked about this on the episode, there's not many other songs that can be considered similar to it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you think about it, there's not many other songs that sound like Feel.
Yeah.
There's something so dramatic about it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Again, not a song that you can get easily bored of.
No.
At all.
No.
It's just one you can listen to over and over.
Yeah.
Absolute classic. Yeah, so a worthy winner of number 3 in our chart.
But very, very tight it was between number 3 and number 2.
Yeah, for some countries, obviously, it was number 1.
Yeah.
So, it's really getting into crunch time now. What's going to happen? But before we find out what number 2 and number 1 is, let's hear from world famous photographer Hamish Brown, who we had on our episode when we had a special episode with him, didn't we? Which is very worth listening to. And the video version of that episode, definitely worth a watch. So let's hear from Hamish.
Hey Rob, it's Hamish, just wishing you all the best for your 50th. Hope you have a cracking time. Favourite memory has to be flying in over Nebworth, just the enormity was almost too much to take in. Glad you rocked it. Favourite song/video would have to be Feel. Mountains in Canada, horses, snow, Daryl Hannah, Robbie Williams. What more could you ask for?
Totally. What more could you ask for? I agree with Hamish there.
Yeah. And Hamish, I mean, he just speaks so calmly and so casually about it. And I know he's still in awe of it, but he flew into Nebworth in a helicopter. I mean, that's just something else. And his photography is just incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So he's shared some very special moments with Rob. Yeah.
For over a decade.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. What is number 2?
Here we go. Ooh.
So we're guessing you've all worked out which songs are probably left. And I'm sure you've all guessed one of them. It was very, very close. For a long time, there were only 9 votes between these 2 songs, the number 1 and number 2. But in the end, the difference was 28 votes. So still very close.
Goodness me.
And the number 2 just couldn't catch up. I wished it had caught up, but there we go. Matt, what is it?
I also wish it had caught up. The fans' number 2 is Come Undone.
Contemplating, thinking about thinking. It's overrated, just get another drink and watch me come undone. They're selling razor blades.
So Come Undone got 56.97 of voters choosing Come Undone as one of their top 20, including both of us.
Yeah.
You may be interested to know that Come Undone was the most popular choice in the UK, where it was 36 votes ahead. Come Undone was also the most popular choice in Germany, France and Israel, and joint first in Malta. I love Come Undone.
Yeah.
And often when I'm asked, and I was asked recently when we were doing an interview for
BBC Radio Stoke
for Rob's birthday, I was asked, and yeah, Come Undone's definitely up there for me. If I have to be forced to pick something, I mean, there's plenty of others in my top 20.
Yeah.
But yeah, Come Undone's got to be up there. So
it is incredible, and it's always amazing live, and the lyrics are just so fascinating, aren't they? The dichotomy.
So heartfelt and so raw, but yet so enjoyable to listen to at the same time. It's just, it's got everything going on in that song.
Yeah.
Brilliant song. And the most popular choice in the UK.
Yeah. So well done, UK.
UK's number 1. Where do we go from here? I know. Let's hear from Tom Longworth, Rob's guitarist, and then we'll hear from Ben Edwards, who plays trumpet in the brass section.
Hi Rob, Tom here. I hear it's your birthday. Happy birthday, and I hope you have a great one, mate. And lots of love, and if I'm not with you now, then I'll see you soon. Cheers, mate.
Hey Rob, just want to say happy birthday. Love you very much. Have a great time. See you soon. Lots of love.
There we go. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Ben.
And Ben was on the lovely seafront there. Nice background on his video.
Yeah.
And obviously we spoke to Tom when we interviewed him, and that was back in October that he recorded that little birthday message for Rob.
Yeah. So here we go then. Drum roll.
Not a surprise. Yeah, I know there were going to be...
give it away.
There's going to be some very upset people. I know that much.
Well, there is, but I think... Anyway, we'll come to that in a minute.
Okay.
We'll come to that in a minute. Give it the build-up it needs.
Okay. Right. You just can't stop its popularity. Of course, Angels is number 1.
There we go.
When I come to call, she won't forsake me. I'm loving angels instead.
There's no escaping what this song did for Rob's career, and it's become a legendary and iconic track, with 58.38% of you choosing Angels amongst your top 20 tracks. The other songs just didn't stand a chance.
Wow. 58.38% of people.
Yeah, that's a lot, isn't it?
Wow. Yeah. We can't knock it.
I mean, I do love it.
Angels.
I do actually like it. It's just that
it's an iconic and legendary track.
It is.
It has a worthy place at number 1. I know some of the fans don't really like it, but it shows that 58.38% of people do.
Yeah, and there is a reason for that, isn't there?
Yeah, it's again, that's another song. I think not just in the UK, but worldwide, it's become part of culture.
Yeah.
And that's something, when a song actually embeds itself into culture, that's legendary status. So,
well, I mean, it's like Spurs' song now. It's the song that they play at the end of the beer thing. What's it called? Beer Fest?
Yeah.
What's it called in Munich, in Germany?
Oh, the beer... the
Oktoberfest.
Oktoberfest, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's the most popular song played at funerals in the UK. So it's got a place in a lot of people's hearts, and nobody can begrudge it being there. Basically,
No.
And Robbie too, and Guy, they know that it's what helped them with their success in the early days. It's what made everything turn the corner.
Yeah. So we do have to thank Angels for that.
Yeah.
Because we wouldn't be here now, would we?
There's a lot to be thanked for. I think occasionally we'd love to hear the concert finish with something else. It probably never will.
Well, he did sometimes do My Way after it.
Oh,
he?
yeah,
He used
yeah.
to
Or a
sometimes.
little, and then sometimes a little medley of
Yeah.
things that he hasn't sung. So yeah, he does do that as well. So yeah, Angels is the number 1. And I know there's many of you out there which will have already said, well, we knew it was going to be Angels, we knew. But take a look at number 2. In the UK, it wasn't Angels. So
Yeah.
I think that's what I was going to say when I said, oh, let's leave that. I think what you've done with the statistics is you've given a view of different perspectives of what happened in different countries.
Yeah.
And so whilst this is number one overall, there are cultural differences and likes and dislikes, which, you know, make for a different chart in different countries. But overall, this is the one that got it.
And of course, because there were so many more voters in the UK.
Yeah.
But it was not enough to cause Come Undone to beat it.
Yeah. So that maybe we need to go to proportional voting. No, I'm joking. We won't make it complicated. So it would be kind of interesting to hear what Robbie Williams thinks about everyone's choices.
Yeah. What does he think?
And the results. Wouldn't it be great if we had a message from him, Lucy?
Yeah, wouldn't it?
Where he's actually looking at your statistics that you've created from all the votes that we've had and putting his view on it.
Yeah, imagine that.
Wouldn't it be lovely? Let's hear from Robbie on the 50 at 50.
To the lovely people at the Rewind podcast and its viewers and listeners, there has been a 50 for 50 top Robbie Williams poll for my songs and your favourite songs. Weirdly, and I know this I say this sounds weirdly, and because it might not be to people watching or listening to this, but Angels has come out as the number one song that you have voted for. But I would have thought that it would have been up there somewhere, but not number one with the people that watch the Robbie Rewind podcast. Number two is Come Undone, however, which is quite surprising because it's beaten out Feel at number 3. And then there's No Regrets at 4, Let Me Entertain You at 5, Better Man at 6, Strong at 7, Rock DJ at 8, She's the One. They're all singles, apart from Better Man, which was a single in Australia and New Zealand. They're all singles until we get down to Monsoon at number 15. All Before I Die There at 14. Eternity at 10, Love My Life. Very, very interesting poll that I shall be digesting at length later on. Thank you for voting. Thank you for liking me. If you don't like me, I don't like me.
We like you.
Oh, thank you, Robbie, and your team. But thank you, Robbie, for recording that and being a part of this special episode. And it really means a lot to us, doesn't it?
It does.
That he took the time to do that. Both his comment at the beginning and especially, his analysis of the results. And we all know Robbie likes a bit of voting and analysis. So I know that he will be going through the table that Lucy put together in great detail. We may even hear some more insights in the future. But yeah, that's so nice that he took the time to do that. What did you think of his analysis?
Well, he's totally right.
Yeah.
If people are listening to this podcast, I'm surprised that they've picked Angels as number one.
Yeah.
So, the listeners to the actual listeners to this show.
Yeah,
I don't know.
We've got a broad range of listeners.
Yeah.
Not everyone is obsessed with Under the Radars or B-sides and you've got quite a lot of people, as we know, younger people as well, not just younger, but any age, that only picked Robbie up in the latter years or recent years. So we've got quite a mixed demographic of listeners. And as we know, we've got listeners from practically most of the major countries in the entire world.
Yeah.
And so that really spreads things as well. So I guess people consider themselves hardcore fans even if they only like the hits.
Yeah.
Whereas some fans say, well, if you only like the hits, you're not a hardcore fan. I mean,
yeah,
it's all in the eye of the beholder, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
But whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you like, you're all welcome.
Of course.
You know that. And I think, as Robbie said, he appreciates the fact that people like him.
Yeah.
And still like him and still interested. But we're looking forward to some more music, of course.
Yeah.
Yes.
But also with 40,000 followers on Facebook now, there is a lot of people who follow us who don't actually even listen to the podcast, we have to say.
Well, of course, yeah, and I think that's the phenomenon that social media, isn't it? You know, people are there to take photos, or look at the photos, or just follow a bit of news, and they don't necessarily want to dive in deep. But we appreciate those of you that do, and those of you that listen to these very long podcasts that we produce, long format podcasts, and stick with it. And
of course, they all had the right to vote. If they follow us, then of course they're allowed to vote.
Absolutely.
But maybe they'll come and listen to this episode, and inspire them to go and listen to a few more. A little more insight, a bit of a peek into how the vote could have looked if we'd restricted it to only actual listeners and not just our Facebook followers, for example. So when we first set it up on Straw Poll, we wanted to check it worked before launching it to our wider channels. So we put the link on our private Facebook group, which is Robbie Williams Rewind Podcast Group, I think it's called, on Facebook. And anyone can join that group. It's not secret, it's private because it got set up like that, and then you couldn't move it back to public. You just have to answer a question to get in, so we don't get scammers and idiots joining. So we posted the poll there, and the first sort of 100 or so people who voted are people we would say actually listen to the podcast and are kind of interested in Robbie's whole back catalogue. And how the vote went then was quite different, and it rapidly changed when we opened it up to the wider public. But I know some of you wanted us to share what those initial results were. So here is what the top 20 looked like at first.
Come Undone was number 1, followed by Into the Silence, then Better Man, No Regrets, Hot Fudge, Karma Killer, Feel, HES, Angels, Phoenix from the Flames, Love My Life, Coffee, Tea and Sympathy, Make Me Pure, Eternity, Gospel, I Will Talk and Hollywood Will Listen, Monsoon, Strong, Love Light and Mixed Signals. As soon as the vote was opened up to the 40,000 followers on Facebook and Twitter, etc., it then changed very rapidly.
So that's how it could have looked if we'd kind of maybe done it a bit differently. But
just a little insight into the sort of kind of super hardcore fans, the ones that listen and, as you said, are really sort of into the detail of Robbie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so...
And then some other stats that you might find of interest. We've all heard what the top 50 is, but which album fared most popular overall?
Ooh, tell us, Lucy, tell us.
As you may have gathered, Escapology did well, receiving 22.92% of your votes inside the fans 50. Sing When You're Winning was second, followed by I've Been Expecting You, Life Through a Lens, and Swing When You're Winning. So it seems Rob's most successful albums are still your favourites.
Yeah.
Those first 5 albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, just before we wrap up this episode, make sure you subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss out. And also, Lucy and I would really appreciate it if you can leave us a star rating. You can do this on both Apple and Spotify podcasts. We would also love it if you could write us a short review, and you can do this on Apple. Don't forget, you can check out our episode notes for each episode and links to all tracks and videos at robbiewilliamsrewind.com. You can also email us at email@robbiewilliamsrewind.com. Please also follow and chat on our social channels. It's at RewindRobbie on Twitter, Instagram and TikTok. And you can also like and follow our Facebook page, Robbie Williams Rewind. And before we return to this episode, you might also consider sending us one of your own Robbie stories for the show. Just record a short audio clip on your phone and email it to us. Please check the website for more details. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Robbie Williams, and you're listening to Robbie Williams Rewind with the Champions.
So here's an overview of where the highest placed song from each album placed in our chart, if we haven't already mentioned it.
As we said earlier, HES from Under the Radar Volume 1 reached number 55. Lost from 25 was number 58.
Soul Transmission, which you could say is from the Christmas Present, or it was also a B-side, is 81. Bad Sharon was the second most popular Christmas song at 84.
Eyes on the Highway from Under the Radar 2 and No Fucks from Under the Radar 3 were joint at number 87. Numb from Under the Radar 2 was number 91, and Gold from Under the Radar 3 was number 96.
Soul Seekers from Visions Volume 1, Lufthaus, was 131. And we'd also like to give a bonus shout out to everyone who voted for Rob's cover of We Are the Champions, which even us two didn't vote for, which came in at a reasonably high place of 78. That is quite high, actually.
Yeah, I think that was high.
That is quite high. And, you know, we did ask Rob when we interviewed him last if he would ever sing that again.
I think it was a no.
He knew what we were talking about. He understood the irony of it. But yeah, maybe we'll hear it one day. You never know. That's high. 78. Yeah. Oh, cool.
There we go. We've reached the end of the fans 50 for 50. Finally, you're all thinking.
Well, we've got there. I think there's some interesting nuggets in there, though, about the kind of psyche and the cultural sort of differences maybe between countries. Mm-hmm. Interesting little nuances and differences there. Yeah, just a fascinating journey through the 50 at 50.
Yeah.
And I would say that I have to thank Lucy for the incredible amount of work that she's put into it, because whilst this was all going on, I was in a theatre production doing something else a lot of the time, and Lucy was collating this and working on bringing in all the birthday messages from everyone as well, and it's been a lot of work to do that, so
it has.
Thank you, Lucy.
That's okay.
And it's been very interesting seeing how this played out, and thank you to everyone for voting as well. I know Lucy was chasing a lot of people and reminding people so that we could get the maximum amount of votes in, which obviously, you know, gives us a better picture of the real result, the more people we have. And so thank you to everyone. I'm sure for some of you, if you were like me, you probably sat there for at least an hour, or maybe had to go back to it. And it took a long time to actually do that. So yeah, let us know what you think on the socials when this gets posted. We'd love to know your views. Not too much moaning about angels, please, for those of you that don't like it. Yeah. It's fair. It got there. It was voted. What else? What other thoughts do you have, Lucy, about the making of the episode? Anything else? Any other nuggets you want to share with the listeners?
No, I just want to say thank you, really, for everyone who took the time to vote and everyone who took the time to record a message and send it in, especially everyone who we haven't had on the show before. We really appreciated hearing from you all. Like Ed and Ben, Elle, thank you.
Yeah, you make the show. We do part of it, but actually it's a co-creation with our guests and with our special guests. And we've got some more to come.
Yeah.
We have got some more special guests lined up. It's been a long time in the making, but we will have some more of Robbie's band coming up and more collaborators coming up. So, and obviously if we get new music, which he's recently promised on Instagram, we know that there's an album in the bag somewhere. So we will be hopefully talking to him about that, because he did promise us on the last episode that he would come back and talk about it. So, yeah. And we've got quite a few more things to look forward to this year already. So the documentary, not the documentary, the film, I mean.
Yeah.
Documentary's already out, the film, and we're obviously booked in for Hyde Park. And probably, I suspect there's more. There's more things that are going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone. We're not exactly sure what our next episode will be, but we're always plugging away in the background, so rest assured it'll be something good coming your way soon.
Oh, yes. More coming.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Robbie Williams Rewind.